Okay, so tell me where we are.
Okay, so currently right now you're at Winslow Court Studios, which is in Hollywood, California. It's one of the oldest sound recording studios that's known in the world that was made for film. So when film,
for silent films.
For silent films,
yeah.
when they're going to start doing audio. So this place was built for that. Inside this room, which was acoustically designed back in the day, the place is about 100 years old, so sometime in the early teens is when this place was built.
Okay.
When they built this room, which is a Foley room, they put
I'm on a Foley stage right now.
Yeah. They put these floor-to-ceiling diffusers in the room.
Black.
And if you can get an idea how wide they are, I'm 6'3".
Okay.
So, you know,
great.
That's the size of them. Right?
And there's 5 in here.
Well, there's actually one more right here as well.
Didn't you tell me it used to be... Okay, keep going. Tell me.
Okay, so the concept with this, as it was explained to me by acousticians, is this. So let's pretend this table is a bird's eye view of the room itself.
Okay.
We're 100 feet above the room, and there's no ceiling.
Okay.
Now let's pretend that this room is liquid, just for the sake of this explanation.
Okay.
So it's water. If you drop a stone in the center, a wave will emit, correct? Okay. So same with a sound wave. So the idea is that when the sound waves emit, they hit the diffusers and they reflect. And what happens is, like over here, so right here in the corner of the room, there's a diffuser here and a diffuser here. What happens is because they're round, the reflection bounces, goes this way, reflection bounces off of this one, goes this way, and it cancels out the corners. So you have safe pockets in the corners.
So it's like being in a round room, but like a more flowing, fluid audio.
But it is that. Everything kind of has this nice flow, but what I'm getting at is that you can have the whole band in the room and have things over in the corners where if somebody makes a mistake during a take, it doesn't get in all the mics.
Wow.
So it gives you a great separation. So bleed factor in this room is nil. It's very, very minute.
Really? So you can do drums, guitar, bass, everything, and mic up something. Like mic up a keyboard, let's say, like a Hammond with a Leslie.
Yeah, usually
and it won't bleed.
Well, the Leslie I'll put in the lounge.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So and loud guitar amplifiers, they have diffusers in front of them.
Okay.
So these are gobos, not diffusers, gobos. So like that's a little combo amp. But let's say like you're using big amps or whatever.
Yes.
Usually what will happen is, like if this keyboard wasn't there, somebody places their amplifier there. You put the go-between in front of it. There's more baffles that I have in the corner. So that's not to say I don't baffle amplifiers that are cranking loud. You have to, you know. But you can have half stacks if you're. I mean, that's not what you're doing, but you can have loud amplifiers that will not compromise the sonics of the drum kit.
That is so cool.
While having a guitar player being 3 feet away from the drummer, and also being close where he can feel he or she can feel the amplifier.
So a normal room, it would just bleed more. It would be probably a harsher sound.
The ricochet's harder.
Yes, I don't like that. I like it. I like this is more gentle. It softens the sound.
Oh, definitely.
And who are some of the greats that you told me last time I was here in '08 that have been in this room?
Yeah, you know, well, at that time, I don't know if I knew the exact history like I know the history now.
All right.
Okay, so I've had this place for 17 years.
Yes.
And when I got it, I was told that originally it was one of the original RCAs here in Hollywood. There's like 6 of them around. So, and that was the story that I had gone with until somebody contacted me whose parents used to own the place.
Oh, wow.
And this woman who's now in her mid-late 50s, she's an exec over at Warner Brothers, she Googled the address one day and my name came up.
Oh.
And she called me and she said, you know, my dad used to own that place. I grew up in that building and I used to work there. I'd love to come by and bring you some photos and see the place. And
was she an elderly lady by then? Or?
No. She's in her mid-50s now.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So she's great. And so she came over and she brought me newspaper clippings, she brought me photos, and then I got the real story.
Which was used for silent films.
No, it wasn't used for silent films.
Oh.
Okay, so what the story is, and this is on the website.
Yes.
Okay, so what the story is that the Pacific Electric Company, which was the cable cars in Los Angeles, turn of the century, they were the red cars.
The Roger Rabbit.
The red cars were everywhere, and the guy who owned that was very wealthy. Films were just, you know, they were already in, but there was a new medium basically, and it looked like they might have sound. So he thought, I want to do that as a side deal. So I'm going to build a studio that's set up to record sound for films.
Wow.
So it was, and this is in the newspaper article that she brought me, and it says in the newspaper article, which is on the website, that at that time, that when they did it, when they had this place built, that it was considered to be one of the first Foley studios ever built.
Wow.
You know, sound for film.
I can feel the emptiness underneath my feet.
Oh yeah.
Like
really
I feel
cool.
the bounciness.
Yeah, all the pits are still there. The sound, all the materials are still there.
Like right here specifically.
Yeah.
I feel a bit like dizzy because it feels like it's moving. You know, it's like I'm on a boat or. Like it doesn't feel like I'm on solid land, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you step onto this whole section, that's why I always carpet it different. At the times that I've had it carpeted over the years, to have it a different color, because I don't particularly use the Foley very often.
Yeah.
But I do.
I wanted so bad a Foley for my last album because I had a tap dancer.
And that's what I had Broadway people come in and do tap right here.
Really?
Yeah.
With the carpet? Or
no, you pull this up, and then there's
the wood.
Yeah, this one's got hardwood and linoleum, I think.
Is it easy to show?
Again, it's all photographed on the website.
Okay, I'll look at it that way. What's your website?
It's CraigParkerAdams.com. That's me.
Yeah.
And then right at the top there, you have Winslow Court Studio. Just click it.
And then it tells the rest of the history.
You get the whole story. You get all the people, just hundreds.
So there it is, folks.
Yep.
Now you're learning the real history. And I was told that Liberace was one of the owners?
Yeah, this was Liberace's place basically in the 50s through the 60s. The girl who came here to give me all the information, her stepfather was this guy named Bruce Scott. He owned Scott Sound. He's the co-inventor of time code.
Oh.
Okay, so he's a USC guy, just like the THX guy was USC. And this was like Desilu Productions. It was called Scott Sound. It was a television production place where they did sound.
So time code,
films.
as far as like keeping time for.
No,
what do you mean?
as far as locking words to the film.
Right.
So you know the kung fu movies where the words don't match the mouth.
Yes.
That's because they
didn't have the time code. Yes,
so,
I understand now.
Yeah. So, and her whole family worked for their dad, and so this whole facility was a working operation. And when they got the place originally, they bought it from Liberace.
That's so cool.
And it was Liberace's brother who handled the sale.
I wonder if it was pink then.
And he also gave them a full-size concert grand with the purchase.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a piano here?
I did. I gave it to a client as a gift.
Oh, you're too kind.
Yeah. It was a 100-year-old barrel house kind of piano.
Yeah.
And this girl, this Australian woman, she also used to be with the Neville Brothers, and so she liked the Dr. John sound.
Yeah.
And this piano was great for that. But anybody that needed something that was spot on pitch,
it wasn't good.
It would go a quarter semitone.
So the pictures in your studio room, are they people who have all worked here before?
No.
They're just people you like?
They're either people I like. All of the record covers that are on the wall are people always see the giant Zappa and they think, oh, Frank's worked it. No. That was from my living room. I brought it here. But
cool.
I knew Frank. I still currently work on Frank stuff. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
You worked on Frank Zappa music?
3 weeks ago, I just mixed 8 songs for the family for a new release of stuff that has never been heard before.
Amazing.
I know, it's great. And it's all over the years, too. I did some stuff from 72, 73, 78, 82, so all these different bands and some live stuff.
Well, you know the artist that did his album art?
Yeah, Cal Schenkel.
Cal Schenkel.
He's done a couple of covers for records
He sent me a bunch of free art once.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can ask him for free art. He'll send you free art.
That's cool.
Cal Schenkel, y'all.
I did. I've done 3 Zappa Plays Zappa records so far, and 2 of them Cal did the covers for.
Right on.
Yeah. So.
He requested me on LinkedIn too.
Oh, sweet. That's cool. He's a great artist.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about the potential of me maybe doing some local work in here.
Okay.